Hyun asks why he wanted to make her pasta. The young man replies that when she asked him to tell her a childhood anecdote, he thought of one and remembered a very beautiful moment. He recalled his mom, who used to make snacks from time to time, and also remembered the things she prepared for him. He clarifies that it wasn't real pasta, just a clumsy attempt at pasta made with instant noodles. Hyun, intrigued, asks if he means instant spaghetti, but he says no, that it was actually instant ramen, and that his mother took care of the sauce. At that time, one had to go to a big supermarket to buy pasta, so she simply checked a recipe in a book and made it using only the ingredients they had at home. Yeowoon, smiling, admits that, honestly, compared to real pasta, the taste was ordinary, but he loved it because it felt like a dish he couldn't find anywhere else. He assumes that's why he wanted to cook it himself, since that is his favorite memory. Upon hearing that, Hyun confesses that she thought he was trying to seduce her with his cooking skills. The young man starts laughing and asks what is seductive about cooking. She replies that she finds it sexy when someone is skilled with a knife, and that wearing a hairnet while cooking also seems cute to her. She also admits with laughter that the food was delicious, so she found it charming. Hearing her, Yeowoon asks what she is talking about, and the girl, seeing him, lets out a laugh, saying that he is blushing. Then she looks at him more closely, and after a few seconds tosses her bra into the air. She immediately clings to Yeowoon and asks him not to look back because she is still embarrassed to show herself completely. However, he asks if he is supposed to turn around now, something Hyun indignantly protests, grabbing his head and warning that if he does, she won't forgive him and will slap him. The young man replies that it's fine and says he will turn around for about 5 seconds. Hyun asks him to stop saying nonsense because she will get truly angry and won't answer his messages in the future. To calm him, she hugs him and comments that the pasta he made seemed delicious to her. But the young man could only think that her skin was brushing against his and that it was warm. Suddenly, Hyun asks if he wants her to cook next time, and he asks if she knows how to cook. She replies that she can make fried eggs and toast, so he asks if she means an English breakfast, understanding that after all, she is a fan of British music and its customs. But the girl asks if he is joking, something he immediately confirms with laughter. She thanks him and says she now wants to do something for him. Yeowoon replies that it's not necessary. Even so, he asks if she could stop moving so much behind him. Hearing that, she wants to know why and if he doesn't like it. The young man admits that it actually makes him nervous, something she understands and apologizes for. Now calmer, Yeowoon reflects that he is beginning to feel peace, that the fear of rejection that followed him and even the chaotic thoughts he tried to hide seemed to have dissolved. The way he touched that person was clumsy and inelegant, but he is glad he was sincere. He can't help but feel moved by the joy of feeling accepted. It is revealed that that day they slept deeply since the afternoon. Trapped on an island atop the bed, they fell into a deep and light sleep. Sometimes when feeling movement, Yeowoon opened his eyes and saw something wonderful. Hyun, wearing only underwear, reading poetry. When he asked her the time, she only smiled without answering and lay down beside him, plunging him once again into deep sleep. Later, almost at dusk, they woke up and, half drowsy, ate some snacks. Then, without either suggesting it, they returned to bed. He confesses that from time to time, upon sensing the scent of his guest, a lustful desire arose. But upon seeing her sleeping face, he didn't want to wake her. It was a strange feeling. He wonders if maybe it's because Ukin appeared in his room yesterday, since from then on, he began having long dreams. But in the end, it was a pleasant day, and at that moment, an idea occurred to him. While she slept, he watched her and thought that this is progress, and that now he will continue moving forward little by little. He notices that Hyun still seems restless, so he covers her a little more. The next day, Yeowoon wakes up and Hyun asks if she woke him. He replies no, and wants to know if she got up early. She laughs and comments that it is already 10. Immediately, he asks if she is going to work on a Sunday, and Hyun replies that the practice room is more crowded on weekends, and that today it will surely be full. She soon gets up and says she will go buy something quickly at the convenience store for breakfast, and asks him to eat well. Hearing that, the young man comments that waking up early is a hassle and throws himself back onto the bed. Hyun laughs, saying that he is like an elementary school kid. Then he looks at her, calls her gently, and asks if they are dating now. Hearing that, she smiles, gets even closer to him, and says she wants to know why he is asking and if he wants a good morning kiss like a real boyfriend. Looking at her intently, he replies yes and asks for it softly. She says she will give it to him, but that he must brush his teeth first, something he obeys. At the apartment entrance, Yeowoon asks if it really doesn't matter if he doesn't walk her to the station. The girl asks him not to worry, stating that the station is just around the corner. Besides, she knows the holidays are starting and he should rest well. The young man agrees and asks her to take care, assuring her that they will stay in touch. She confirms, but before leaving she stops and says she forgot something. She grabs him by the shirt, gets closer, and asks him to make pasta for her again next time. That leaves the young man without a reaction, and she asks if he knows what she means. Then she walks away, thanks him for the shirt, and says she will wash it and return it soon. Yeowoon says goodbye, enters his apartment in silence, and wonders if he should catch up on pending tasks now that he is on vacation. He assumes he should wash the pillowcases and vacuum, but he stops thinking about that and smiles, slightly blushing. He starts screaming mentally that everything is crazy. He wonders if he is really dating Hain and if this is real. He admits he cannot calm down, that before he tried to act naturally, but she is too cute. He tells himself that if this place had good soundproofing, he would be screaming at the top of his lungs. He wonders what he will do now and how he will plan the next date. He thinks whether he should take her to the movies, go shopping, or maybe to a cafe. In the end, he doesn't know what to do or what she would like. But then he looks at the toilet paper roll and, thinking it over, says that first he must take care of something else. He grabs his phone, which was next to the toilet paper, and remembers there is something he needs to finish. Meanwhile, Han Aryun was leaving the subway when she received a message. Seeing who it is from, she discovers it is Yeowoon. He asks her to meet him in the evening at the cafe because he needs to talk to her. The blonde thinks for a moment and reflects that there is still time before the movie. She decides to smoke a cigarette and then go there. After doing so, she thinks it will probably be a rejection, and she is almost certain of it, since her confession was reckless and selfish. She believes that Yeowoon's delay in responding had nothing to do with accepting her feelings, but rather with how to end things. She admits to herself that he is still a good guy, to the point of seeming almost obsessive. She looks at the cigarette pack and sees there are only 3 left. Even so, she wonders what kind of person she is, referring to the girl Yeowoon likes. She admits she would like to see her face at least once.